What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, been checking out some football and some ultra from especially more on the Europe and around the world and stuff. And this was recommended to me why ultras are so important for football. And after seeing just the ultra, I felt like it's very important simply because, like, man, if I was a player, a professional athlete, especially in Europe, this would get me pumped up. This would get me ready, to see the passion behind the support behind the fans that are dedicated to, just go out there and represent, even like just as much as the players, you know what I'm saying? So we finna check this out. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations. And let's see why ultras are so important for football.
We see ultras all around the world. From the frightening to the incredible, they are clearly the beating heart of many football clubs. But they're also a source of controversy. So we decided to break it down once and for all. What is an ultra? And what do they do? We've all grown used to scenes like this out of Italy and Germany. Scenes from this to this in the MLS. The glory of the Balkans, and all too often see them portrayed as criminals for moments like this.
Dang.
From this to this in the MLS. The glory of the Balkans, and all too often see them portrayed as criminals.
Oh my God, what year was this? This look like a couple of years ago right here. I don't know. Well, I don't even know what year this video was made, but dang, they went in full
for moments like this. But what are ultras and what do they do? Originally used by the Gazzetta dello Sport to describe a group of supporters in the 1960s, ultras or ultras are one of the most broadly defined subcultures in the world. However, the term was only appropriated by an actual fan group in 1969, with Sampdoria's Ultras Tito Cucciaroni and Torino's Ultras Granata. Since then, fans have reappropriated the name, but given the global reach of the game, the term is far from clearly defined. Italians interpreted foreign styles of spectatorship and made their own, something between the South American barras and Brazilian torcidas and the British hooligans. Thus, ultras groups were established, born to represent the distinct cultures and traditions from which they originated. Taking inspiration from the time of city-states, in which autonomous cities would defend their identity and their interests against others, ultras value the defense of their territory, which is a feeling that has its roots in the historical age. They are the most fanatic supporters of a team.
God, that is dope. That is dope. That's like the Ali picture that I seen when he knocked out. I forgot who he knocked out. But that's dope though, and I feel like it's always important to have that home court, home field advantage, and you gotta, like you said, you gotta protect your territory. You got home advantage,
which is a feeling that has its roots in the historical age. They are the most fanatic supporters of a team, representing a sort of 12th man,
contributing to what's happening on the field. There's like no feeling like it.
An ultra is constantly committed to the club, setting up for match days and social events during the week, attending training sessions and youth games, and showing up hours ahead of match day for any last-minute preparations. Away matches are especially important. It's where one proves their true commitment to the group.
We played in Bremen and there were 20,000 people coming to the game and 16,000 from St. Pauli.
And the opportunity to show off your pride in another territory. This comes in the form of choreographies, flags, chants, banners, and fanzines. The strongest expression of these rituals are
just imagine you got home. Just imagine having home field advantage. Like the dude said, they had 20,000 people. It was 20,000 people in the stadium, and 6,000 of the other fans showed up. Just imagine. One side you have the home team, the other side man, that would hopefully it's across the other side, but man, that could start some beef and some fight.
Usually reserved for anniversaries of the clubs, legendary players, the fan groups themselves, derbies, rivalry games, and finally, big cup matches. Ultras have always been characterized by their rebellious nature. Unlike the British, whose support largely rides on reacting to what's happening on the pitch, ultras make their own show, beyond the result.
Eddig nagyon nagy munka van mögötte, akár egy hónappal előtte nekiállunk. Ezt a klub nem finanszírozás, saját terünkből alkotjuk meg mindig, saját szabadidő és anyagi tekintetben is.
Drums, flares, megaphones, smoke bombs, the opportunity to freely express a collective idea and a unity of devotion all contribute to this atmosphere.
Man, they really take their time out. This is almost like another job, except I guess they doing it for free. They doing it for the love of the game, for the love of ultra.
To freely express a collective idea and a unity of devotion all contribute to this atmosphere. Whenever possible, ultras will march through a city in a corteo, making sure their presence is well known. The group mentality is essential to being an ultra. Rivalry and friendship are the most confusing and turbulent parts of ultras culture. Of course, there are derbies between two teams of the same city or town, but the motivation behind friendships and distances between these relationships can be truly remarkable. Despite being rivals, Genoa and Sampdoria both have a friendship with Boca Juniors for their connection of immigrants established in the club. Crvena Zvezda's Delier, Olympiacos Gate 7 and Spartak Moscow's Fratria have a connection based on being the dominant team from three Orthodox nations. Just as ultras took inspiration from political protest, the actions of ultra groups have been influenced by political ideologies ranging from avowed nationalists to anti-fascists. For example, Celtic's Green Brigade, who forge international links and friendships with other anti-fascist ultra groups across Europe on political grounds, as can be seen with their friendship with German side St. Pauli. While on the contrary, Lazio's Irriducibili consider Livorno and Atalanta among their biggest rivals due to their political stance. Lazio's ultras consider themselves to be far right, while Livorno and Atalanta fans are left wing. In recent decades,
So I see it's some other, it's like some teams they come together, some teams, so they making it bigger than what it even is type of thing. Cause you might have some other fans that, you know, just because these two teams are kind of linked together, they might still come and ultra with that team or come ultra with this team. So, man, this is serious, man.
far right, while Livorno and Atalanta fans are left wing. In recent decades, the culture has become a focal point for the movement against the commercialization of sports and football in particular. Big TV contracts have left stadiums empty, ticket prices are on the rise, and players seem to live in a different reality, where loyalty is lost and the chance of signing for a higher wage bill wins over the chance of acquiring legendary status amongst a group of fans. To ultras, football at the highest level often feels like a sanitized product, built more for those in the main stand and in commercial suites than for the most devoted fans behind the goal. Simultaneously, authorities continue to innovate new forms of repression against fans.
Nagyon Magyarországon egy stadionban, legalábbis itt a Fradinál, kell egy személyigazolvány, egy szurkolói kártya, ami tartalmazza a születési dátumot, az embernek az édesanyja nevét, e-mail címét, a címét, illetve a tenyérlenyomatát.
Bans on pyro, megaphones and drums.
They have to get through some major security.
Címét, a címét, illetve a tenyérlenyomatát.
Bans on pyro, megaphones and drums, bans on standing room and away travel have had little to no impact of instances on stadium violence. Today, maneuvering the minefield of stadium laws has become a nightmare. These laws have been introduced under the guise of reducing instances of violence at football, but have largely had the adverse effect of killing the atmosphere at many grounds. The fringe elements of these groups, who seek out physical confrontation, continue to operate, as security forces hopelessly seek to curb it through football-specific legislation. This has left fans feeling criminalized, suspicious that states and corresponding football federations would rather...
No, this guy did not have a chainsaw.
Left fans feeling criminalized, suspicious
Chainsaw massacre.
that states and corresponding football federations would rather see them banished from the game. Whatever your club or political affiliation, the breadth of ultras culture around the world is a testament to this beautiful game. At times, this passion can escalate into violence, but this is not an ultras problem, but a societal one. An ultras group's existence revolves around intense, coordinated support for their team through vibrant displays during matches, making noise on the terraces, and highlighting, publicising, and furthering issues affecting their local territory and in solidarity with other supporter communities. In Egypt, the ultras of Al Ahly and Zamalek have largely been credited for their pivotal role in the uprising of the Egyptian revolution. These are just a small number of the incredible initiatives regularly organised by nearly every ultras group in the world. Like all groups, ultras are hard to stereotype and even harder to define. But one thing is for sure, they are not all criminals, and when it comes to football, they remind us of a purer game. one in which you
Yeah.
go out and support your team regardless of the names on the back of the shirt, turning friends into family and being proud of where you come from.
That's dope. Man. This is a serious thing. I'm gonna have to check out this channel. It looked like it got a lot of things talking about ultras and stuff. So, but I think, to me, I think it's a good thing. You know, it's like once a little like an experience type thing. You know, especially for major events, support for the team and stuff. Cause down where I'm at, like certain games, like when I play basketballs and then football and stuff like that, like when you lose, nobody comes to those games. Like this is next level support right here. Like I'm sure even if the team were losing, they still gonna do ultras. You know, even if the team wasn't having a good year, and you can expect the crowd to be going and coming and showing up, showing out type of thing. But this is really next level. I mess with it. Like I said, it can lead to violence, but not all the time. I feel like, I mean, I haven't seen nothing on the news or any. I mean, nobody haven't said how if it's been violent here lately, but I mean, I just see a bunch of people just supporting the home team, and you know, it's almost like it's a holiday type of thing. It's a public holiday that you gotta get out and go out and support. You gotta support the home team. So, but appreciate this recommendation. Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all send out recommendations. That's all I have for this video. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.